I had asked Artur this question, and I'll ask you too, because legacy could mean being a champion in the same weight class for a lot of defenses, as Hopkins did at middleweight and other fighters have done. For some people, it's being multi-division champions, moving up. When you're a light heavyweight, the next step up, cruiserweight, that's 25 pounds. I'm looking at you, and that's hard to imagine. Maybe there's a big fight there. Maybe there's a big fight at 168. I don't know if it would be how difficult or not it would be to come down. But Artur said, no, I'm a light heavyweight, period. From your perspective, if there was something huge at either cruiser or super middle, or just your body telling you that you're a light heavyweight and that's where you need to be?
Again, for right now, only one challenge and one opponent existed. For me, I'm not even thinking about any other opportunities, but everything's possible in future. Maybe go up or even go down. I think it's possible, maybe hard, but possible. But again, right now I'm not even thinking about it. We're looking too far.
Alexander, there's a lot of good trainers out in Southern California where you're based. You've seen Teddy Atlas, I'm sure, rant and rave on TV before. Respectfully, he does a very good job of it. What was it about Teddy that said, this is my match, this is a fit for me?
Teddy is very picky, very particular, and this is what you need. Sometimes you cannot evaluate right yourself. Sometimes you think you're too tired, sometimes you think you want to work more. They didn't know exactly what we're supposed to do, and there's no place for argument. And I think, first of all, he's a good person, because when I met him, I realized that. And like I told a lot of times before, this type of person already under extinction, it probably even not existing anymore. But from his professional qualities, beside his qualities of human being, he's very smart. He's over 40 years in this business, and he never loses any small details, which is really important at this time, because we already know all the basics. Everybody knows the basics, but all the small details, sometimes you think, okay, I'm already too good, and maybe somebody can forgive me some mistakes. And Teddy always on top of it and never let it drift. And again, it's always a conversation, but he's kind of like a dictator, smart dictator. And this is good. This is, I think, what I need at this point in my career.
Teddy, three training camps now, about a year since working with him. Where have you seen the biggest strides or the biggest improvement in him from the first camp to this camp now? Because it's hard in just a year to make big changes, understandably, but where have you seen the most improvement since you've started working with him?
Getting hit less. I think that's a good place to start. Getting hit with, hopefully with clean punches, big punches less. But I think maybe if there's one area, a more definitive identity. And he was always a fighter. He's a bronze medalist and should have been at least a silver medalist, but we won't go into the corruption of Aiba right now. Because I happen to be over there calling fights for NBC, and I also watched the fight afterwards, and he won every round, so he should have been at least to the next round. But so obviously this is a kid who knows how to fight, and behaves like a fighter, lives like a fighter, acts like a fighter. But there were times when I looked at him where the definitive identity that I think is important for a fighter at this level wasn't always completely there. It was like he knew how to behave like a fighter all the time, but it was always like pressure to be going forward, just throwing punches. That he had to be busy, that he had to. And one of the first things I told him, I remember when I said it to him, the best punch that you can throw sometimes is the one you don't throw. That was a change of philosophy and thinking, obviously, from, a little bit from where he came from. And again, his attitude was almost a pressure on it, where if I'm not busy, I'm doing something, and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's not always true. You know, and I joke with him sometimes. I said, listen to that song by Kenny Rogers. You gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them. And it's no different in our business and in life, quite frankly, in many things. And so I think that my main focus and responsibility was to find that definitive identity for him, where not one minute he's Jake LaMotta and the next minute he's, Pernell Whitaker, where he's what he needs to be in a consistent way, and he feels good about it, and he knows that that's the right identity for him, and to match up with him physically. I mean, no one's noticed, besides that he's a very good person and a gentleman and behaved and a good-looking person. Besides that, he's tall, he's got a pretty good length. So I think those things should be taken into account when forming somebody's identity in the ring. And so for me, that was my responsibility.
If I could ask you this question. You've been with Oleksandr many years now. You've seen the transition, working with Teddy, you've seen his growth as a professional. From your perspective, what have you seen in terms of Oleksandr in the last years since he's been with Teddy?
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to be at this camp. So, I was in California, and they choose to be here in Philly, but
Not because we want to be away from him. Don't anybody read that.
Sorry everybody, but my Ukraine and Russian much better. Александр, тем более ты и Аркадьев, и сейчас эту прямую трансляцию смотрят многие украинцы, в том числе первый тренер братьев Кличко Володя Золотарев. Он передает свои добрые пожелания. И хочу сказать, что ваш соперник обладает чувством юмора. Я вчера сказал ему в одном из ваших недавних интервью, в котором вы сказали, что Бетербиев бьет рукой, словно копытом. Он улыбнулся и сказал, наверное, он меня задабривает. Так что, да, и пожелания вам. Вы родились, я не сомневаюсь, что знаете, что Харьков – это город с великими боксерскими традициями. И первая сборная Украины 1933 года готовилась в этом городе к первому чемпионату СССР. И капитаном этой сборной и одним из тренеров был мой отец Аркадий Ватман, первый призер Советского Союза. Вам искреннее пожелание. Помогай вам Бог и моральная поддержка, я верю, ваших друзей, великих украинских боксеров, как и вы, Василия Ломаченко и Александра Усика. Спасибо вам. Спасибо вам. Thank you and sorry.
No, it was just.
So, first to answer your question, I didn't see many changes. I don't think in the ring we need to see changes probably. In a life he's still the same.
Teddy, what's the best way of neutralizing a big puncher? Teddy,
Not
yeah,
get
what's
him.
the
Not
best
get
way?
him.
Don't get hit.
Avoid him.
That's the best way. The best way, I would say, I would think most people would agree, don't get hit. Obviously, be alert and obviously have a good defense and, know where the danger lies. That's a big part of it. Where does the danger lie and what situations does it lie? Does it lie when he times you with a punch or when he's pressing with a punch? So I think that obviously that would be a big part of it.
Can you count how many times Stevenson hit him very flush?
Yes,
How many times?
once.
Once?
But he hit him in the second round. he caught him. But he saw that punch, and he's got a good chin and a good will, and you know, as I said before, the fighter's disposition to avoid going to a bad place when you get hit with a good punch. He has that makeup. But in the test round, this is the one that you're always concerned about, the one you don't see, where he timed him. And that was the one that hurt him good again. He survived it because of who he is.
His performance
I thought there was awkward opponent, and I thought he was getting, quite frankly, into his rhythm when the fight got stopped. He never got a chance to really get into his rhythm. I don't think it was one of his best performances. It wasn't one of my best performances because I'm responsible for that. But I think that it was a kind of fight that you needed time to get into it, and he was getting into that place where he was starting to take control of the fight and going to get wholly better with a very awkward opponent, and unfortunately it ended the way that, you know, didn't satisfy us or anybody.
Since came back with Alexander, obviously you worked with Tim Bradley. Now, this being a big unification fight, people talking about the boxing business. Does this get your juices flowing a little bit extra, being that's a unification battle?
Getting up in the morning gets my juices flowing. I mean, you know, to see my family gets my juices flowing. To know that I'm blessed to have a great, beautiful wife and children, and that I'm blessed to be around a person like him and have him part of my life. Having opportunities to do things that are good things and special things like this, opportunities to do those things, and granted those opportunities, given the trust of those opportunities, it gets your juices flowing, but you feel it. You feel the responsibility of it too. And you feel it every day, that you don't want to fail that trust that people give you. And that I feel the moment I commit to training him, that, okay, if I'm committing to this, then I have to come through on my part. I ask him to do things, and I ask him for complete, unequivocal trust and commitment. I have to be able to live up to that. And if you want to call it your juices flowing, or you just want to call it feeling something over you, you definitely feel it.
Alexander, obviously there are some very good trainers, great trainers, renowned trainers who work with 8, 10, 12 different fighters. And there's only so much time they can devote to any one of them, particularly if they've got a couple of guys getting ready for a fight around the same time. Teddy has never been one of those guys. You know, he has to have a special bond, almost familial. The fact that you are the only guy that he works with, and that was going to have to be something that you know, that you both felt. How much does that mean? And you know, that you were the chosen one to bring him back into the fold and do what he was born to do.
You know, I really appreciate that, and this is what makes Teddy special. You know, I know the trainers, I can understand like one trainer, like you said, have a training camp with one fighter in one country, and another fighter who he trained with training by himself somewhere else. I think it's not right, and Teddy would never do that. And again, like for me, like I feel like I'm special right now for Teddy, and I really appreciate it. And again, it's a blessing when I met him first time. And eventually he told me yes, because, you know, Teddy, it's not some regular average trainer. He's a legend. And I know that a lot of guys would be happy to work with him. And the thing he picked me really means for me a lot.
One more guys. Teddy, a lot of Ukrainian fighters, Lomachenko, Usyk, Gvozdyk, have very good movement. From your perspective, What's the difference between purposeful footwork and overmoving?
Just what you said, you're either over-moving or you're purposeful. You just said it, you couldn't say more definitively.
We'll see it out in the work.
More accurate.
No cuts.
I mean, it's no different than aggressive or effective aggression. That's exactly what you're talking about. And that's exactly the answer. I think that if you're gonna give an accurate answer or proper answer, it's movement for a reason, not just for the reason of movement. You know, it's movement to get somewhere that's the right place to get, and somewhere where you can avoid a punch, where you can score a punch, or you can keep it more balanced and set up something for later. But it's movement with a plan. It's movement with an idea of why you're moving. Not, you know, it's a good point you bring that up. It's funny. I said to Alex one day, early on when we first started for the Stevenson fight, and I remember, I don't know, he probably does remember. He remembers everything. And I remember I said to him one day, why'd you come forward? Why'd you just move forward? And it was probably a thing, you know, nobody ever questioned him on. Why'd you just come forward? He was shadowboxing or whatever. If there's a reason to come forward, go ahead. I'm with you. But why'd you just come forward? I didn't see a reason. For what? Just because it just took you over, right? I mean, think about it. Sometimes we just do things because we have nothing better to do. We just do it. And in the ring, you can't do that. There has to be a reason why you're doing something. You can't just be coming forward with a jab just to come forward. You have to make sure that guy's not ready to hit you with a right hand. So I think that's exactly what movement is and proper movement is, knowing why.
Thank you guys.